Hello everyone, welcome to the Pharma Walk channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to understand the pharma concept in a simple manner. So, we'll discuss about the RAAS, Renin Angiotensin Aldosterone System. So, let's understand how this system is working when this system gets activated. So, first, let's start with the basic. So, this is the diagram of blood vessel or artery in which blood is flowing, right? So, there is a concept called blood pressure. So, when the blood flows through the artery, there is a pressure that blood create. Word itself indicate blood pressure. That means pressure created by. So, this is the phenomena that means pressure created by blood on the walls of artery. It's a very important blood pressure. It goes more than the normal, that is also not good. If blood pressure goes below the normal, that is also not good, because if blood pressure gets low, the symptoms may like dizziness, confusion, unconsciousness can be happen. So it is very important that blood pressure has to be in the normal range. So regulation of blood pressure is very much important. So our body is very smart. Organs are responsible for regulation of blood pressure in our body. One is the brain, second one is the kidney. So today we'll focus on how kidney will regulate the blood pressure. Okay, let's understand the RAS, Renin Angiotensin Aldosterone System. So story, there are three characters: renin, angiotensin, and aldosterone. Story starts when there is low blood pressure or low volume. Low BP, as we have discussed, it's not good. In severe condition, our brain does not receive the blood because heart is located at the middle of chest cavity and brain is located at the top. So heart has to pump the blood against the gravity, and for that sufficient pressure is required. So when there is low BP, it will be detected by the cells present in the kidney, juxtaglomerular apparatus cell. So it's like a checkpoint. If there is low BP, it is detected by GGA cell of the kidney. So what kidney will do? It will release the renin. Now what is the function of renin? It convert angiotensinogen. Now what is angiotensinogen? It is a substance produced by the liver which is available in the blood. But when the renin released by the kidney, renin convert angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. So renin is the first character of the movie, which is responsible for conversion of angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. Now if we understand what is the objective of RAS. So whenever the RAS activated, objective is to increase the blood pressure, because RAS only gets activated when the blood pressure is low. So angiotensin 1 cannot increase the blood pressure. So one more reaction happen. This angiotensin 1 convert into the angiotensin 2. For any chemical reaction, we require enzyme. So this conversion happen with the help of enzyme ACE, angiotensin converting enzyme, which is provided by the lungs. Now angiotensin 2 can increase the blood pressure. So it's a second character of our movie or picture. How angiotensin 2 will increase the blood pressure? Angiotensin 2 binds with AT1 receptor. Where it binds? First in the blood vessel. So when angiotensin 2 bind with AT1 receptor in the blood vessel, it is responsible for vasoconstriction. Vaso means blood vessel, constriction means narrowing of the artery. And if artery gets narrow, the diameter, the lumen gets narrow, the resistance will increase and the blood pressure will increase. Second, when angiotensin 2 bind with AT1 receptor in the kidney, adrenal cortex, adrenaline gland is there. Adrenal gland release the aldosterone. It's a hormone. Now what aldosterone will do? Aldosterone increase the sodium and water retention. We know that the main function of kidney is filtration, right? During that filtration, the required material get reabsorbed into the blood like sodium and water. So aldosterone responsible for sodium and water reabsorption in the blood. And that is simple concept. Sodium loves water. Wherever the sodium goes, along with the sodium, water will also go. So if sodium remains into the blood, more water remains into the blood, and that leads to the increase in blood volume. And because of this concept, in hypertensive patient, first advice or recommendation is reduce sodium intake in your diet, because if sodium is there in blood, more water retain into the blood. So these two things, restriction and the high blood volume or more blood volume, will increase the blood pressure. So story started with the low BP, and that triggers the activation of RAS, and due to that entire reaction, three characters, renin, angiotensin 2 and aldosterone, ultimately increase the blood pressure. So RAS is mainly responsible for regulating blood pressure, and it gets activated when the gets low or BP gets down. Entire summary is, you can see over here, the low BP, the kidney detect, the JGSL detected, it released the renin. First character of the movie, renin convert angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. Angiotensin 1 again convert into the angiotensin 2 with the help of enzyme ACE. It's a second character, angiotensin 2 bind with 81 receptor, which having two action, blood vessel vasoconstriction, and also it is responsible for release of aldosterone from adrenal gland. So more sodium and water retain into the blood, increase blood volume, and at the end it will increase the blood pressure. So I hope all of you have understood this concept, RAS, renin angiotensin aldosterone system. Thank you so much. Please like, share and subscribe to the Pharma Walk channel.